you felt comfortable. I wanted to know what exactly was, apart from the fact that Sujoy was directing it and he was excited about the story, as an actor, what was it about her character that really appealed to you to play it?
I personally enjoy watching thriller, crime,
Okay.
Mystery. That's generally my go-to, even when like I'm watching Netflix or whatever. I'm steered towards that. So when I read this story, I was like, I think it's just amazing because it's like out of a personal choice. I think जब आप खुद ऐसी films देखते हो या ऐसी shows देखते हो, you are more wanting to kind of do that. So what better to be debuting on Netflix than with a thriller? So it was like a kind of a instant kind of a feeling.
So you didn't have second thoughts about it. You were going to do it the moment you read it.
Yeah. So, and also of course, I've loved Sujoy's work and we've always wanted to work together. Like I said, for over a decade, we've been back and forth. And
so this was...
finally I worked with you, Sujoy.
She rejected, what, about 100 scripts?
Is that right? So you got the right one. Well, all's well that ends well, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Jaideep, आपके लिए film बहुत ही, it's been very unusual. And like we were talking about a little earlier, your look in this is very authentic, okay? And I believe that आपको 2 घंटे का prosthetic Sujoy ने करवाया. And I just want to know, एक actor की शिद्दत होती है for sitting 2 hours before shoot every single day to put on that makeup. How difficult is it
And
to
it's
do something like this?
It's one thing to do.
For once,
It's one thing to do lot of makeup to look pretty.
yeah, it's a lot of
And
makeup.
another
It's
thing,
pretty.
another thing to sit in front of the mirror for 2 hours and look like that.
No, but it is very unusual. So
I didn't say that. I love Jaane.
So what is the story behind this look? I'm going to put this question to Jaideep and Sujoy. It's a very unique look. You've taken a man with a full head of hair and given him like a stressed out look. So what was it behind the look of this character? I was very intrigued when I saw it, honestly. It was already sketched out, the look, and you followed it to the T.
And he agreed. He agreed.
I would have done.
He didn't even blink an eyelid.
Dada told me it's a love story. Beauty was वाला beast वाला मामला है. मैंने कैसे बनाओगे? मैंने मेरे पास एक look है. And I know he was very scared कि ये बताऊंगा और ये मना करने वाला है. But it
बाद में
was
बताया.
amazing. Just looking at those pictures, मैंने कहा ये करने में मजा आया. And then there's a beauty. ये पॉसिबल नहीं कि उसके प्यार में ना पड़ा जाए तो वो बहुत आसान पार्ट था 20 दिनों ने बना दिया था.
That's amazing. Vijay, odd to you, every time I see your name in the cast of a film, I'm waiting to be surprised. I'm like, I don't know which version of Vijay Verma we're going to see. So what are the surprises that the audience can expect? I'm not asking you to give the suspense away, but what is it that we can look forward to Vijay Verma doing in Jaane? In this?
I think it's really a completely new take on what I've done in the past. I've completely stayed away from what I had created before. It's a very new version of me and on screen. And actually, you've seen the trailers, so there are glimpses of some action shoot. There's glimpses of certain kind of a presence which I didn't have before. So that is new, and I also feel like the dynamics between the 3 of us is something that people have never seen before. So that's very new and fresh. I have a very long and loving relationship and friendship with Jaane. We go back a long way.
FTI days?
Yeah, we went to the same class at film school.
You were on the same batch?
Yeah. So that as soon as I knew Jaideep is in the film and there's Kareena in there, I was like, I'm sold. I'll get to hang out with my friend, my old pal, and I get to hang out with this incredible gentleman, Sujoy Ghosh, who's very...
Actors who are FTI, they know each other, they work, all of that. How did the chemistry, how did it work out between who intimidated who is what I want to know.
They intimidated me because they were so prepared that I was like, and anyway, I had gone with the thought. Saif had already told me, he's like, listen, this is not कि तुम band से makeup लगा के set पे जाके dialogue बोलोगे. He's like, please stop this attitude because you are working with Jaideep and Vijay Verma. Be prepared. They are going to be improvising and doing everything. And I was like, yeah. So he was like, you better be on your toes because, ये नहीं है कि it's like a picnic. So he had warned me. So I was like, anyway, I have to be a little more like, just like a student when you go to the class, you have to constantly like be alert. He's like, stop being that backbencher and now आगे आके थोड़ा कुछ करो. I said, yeah, I have to. So I was like constantly watching them that it was, because I know that like Jaideep is always so like prepared and, composed. Obviously that was his character. Vijay, I've realized, is a bit like me in the sense he's laughing and everything on the set and whatever, but his every take is different from the other. But it's also very thought of. I can tell that he's like thought of everything, that the way he's going to say it, what's going to happen. So I think just being in that environment, I was also on my toes, and I'm so happy that I was, because I think an actor should constantly be threatened by other actors on set. Otherwise, it's just going to be that slight alertness around, like, okay, whatever, what's happening, I should also be prepared. Is he going to like give me a look? Is he going to be, what's going to happen slightly different? So I think the whole process was, but we all three were really prepared, I think. मेरे बारे में भी कुछ अच्छा बोलो, सब आपके बारे में अच्छा बोल रहे हैं. हाँ? FTI and all, तो then I am like, मेरे बारे में भी बोलो यार.
FTI है ना फिल्म इंडस्ट्री की.
आप इतनी तैयारी करके आ जाओ सेट पे, जब आप करीना कपूर के सामने खड़े होते हो, जब आपको उनकी आंखों में देख के लाइन बोलनी पड़ती है ना, तो कैमरा भी हिलता है. आके तो आदमी छोड़ दो आप. तो बड़े लोगों को हिलते देखा मैंने.
So I'm just very happy that I was with them.
I want to thank Saif Ali Khan. Because अगर वो नहीं होते तो इनको पता भी नहीं होता ये कौन ही लड़के हैं.
Thanks,
watching everything.
I can imagine this conversation.
Yeah, I was like terrified. I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
Okay, there are many questions that are going to come to you from everyone present here. But before I leave the room open for everyone's questions, Monica, one final question.
Actually, when you introduced Kareena as a game changer, I would like to tell a few things. As a person who's always watched you, like grown up watching your films, the industry has gone through massive paradigm shifts in the last 20 years that you've been in the business. And you've witnessed and you've actually stayed relevant with all the changing times. How do you manage to do that? And with a film like Jaane, which is your Netflix debut, which is your OTT debut, it's also in a very different space from what people could have perceived you in. They would have wanted you like a heroine, you are here in a very de-glam avatar. How do you manage to stay relevant? Is there a process to that madness?
What a wonderful question. Yeah,
Nayan, very different question from you. And at least you're not asking me to do dance on Jaane
I know, what a nice
for your reel. I think he wants the Nayan, I know you better. Acha, later. Okay, pakka. But I think that it's nothing, there's no thought behind anything. I think as an actor, everyone wants to try and do something different at every stage in their life. Of course, with me, it's always been very difficult because I've always been like known for that, whether it's poo or geet, or like I said even in the announcement thing, कि वो एक दिमाग में बैठ गया है. So that has been a conscious effort that at least now I want to do different things. Even though I have always tried, but people still always push those roles ahead. They don't give the films that I have done before and chosen the characters, whether it was Dev, Yuva, Chameli, Omkara, whatever, I've always tried to, but they still go back to that. But hopefully now, I'm going to keep trying to do it, and I know they will keep coming back to do it.
Wow, nice question.
Being gorgeous, avatars on the big screen. I want to know what was the transformation like into Maya. We know why you chose, but what was the transformation like?
Transformation was, I think the focus is always on the performance, but obviously look is also important, but you're just used to seeing me in a constantly glamorous kind of role on the big screen. That, you know, if little bit also if I change a look, it's like, oh God, this is slightly different. But obviously the focus is also on the performance of Maya more than anything else.
It's already your fourth release this year, and it's in terms of what you've been doing lately, and especially considering it's all in the last 3-4 months, it is already tagged to be the year of Vijay Verma, and rightfully so. I mean, you've had a great year, but what are your thoughts on this? How it transitions to be having back-to-back releases and then having a gap and all that.
I'm just very glad that this has happened at this stage in my life where work is coming out and it's connecting with people. And I find it damn flattering that they're calling it the year of Vijay Verma. I want the Chinese calendar also to call it the year of Vijay Verma.
My question is for Kareena. You mentioned how Saif told you to be a little prepared while you're working with Vijay and Jaideep. How much do you all run the scripts by each other? Also, what was his reaction about Jaane?
Bengali
You caused a little riot here.
You can speak in Bengali if you're not comfortable with
She'll
it.
answer the question in explicit detail.
This is a suspense.
This is the suspense. Break the suspense. The wife was never supposed to do this film, just break the suspense.
What was the question again?
So, what was...
We share the scripts with each other. So
Also,
this particular script, why don't you say?
It's a long history. We don't have that kind of time.
But if you could mention it briefly, I mean...
Yeah, so Saif has a history with the film, and then, like a true husband, he shoved all his responsibilities.
But that was almost 10 years later.
Yeah. So yeah. So
He is actually most excited about this film.
Yeah.
He's really excited because it's all of us together.
Yeah.
And I think he's eagerly awaiting to watch the film, and he's seen the promo at least 3-4 times, and he's like, I think everyone's completely killed it.
What's the
Yeah, he was at the shoot also.
Kareena, hi. Would you call this as one of your most intense roles?
No, I've done quite a few intense roles. वो लोग आप लोग याद नहीं रखते, आप सिर्फ तू और गीत को याद रखते हो, इसीलिए बड़ा गुस्सा आता है.
Secondly, I want to ask you.
Karak too intense. Now we were just talking.
Secondly, I want to ask you. You're used to blockbusters, 100 crore, 200 crore. Is there something back of your mind like how will this do, and the number game?
I think it'll do amazing because even for this, I know everyone globally will watch Jaane because everyone is eagerly awaiting for the film. I think it's more so not because of me coming on OTT. I think it's the entire team and the combination that everyone's waiting to watch. And I'm sure that on 21st September, Netflix subscribers are going to triple.
That's right. It's also Kareena's birthday. So that's all the time we have for, unfortunately. But as you've seen, the film is releasing on Kareena's birthday, 21st September. There's going to be a lot more excitement around it. So again, thank you all for being here. We're going to have the